Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're checking out an awesome new pixel art action RPG game called Goddess Order. Now, this one, if you do want to play the game, I will have a link in the description below, and a massive shout out has to go to Goddess Order for sponsoring this video. But this game I have been pleasantly surprised with. It's taken something that has been very popular lately, which is action RPGs, but put the pixel art spin on it, and I absolutely love it. It actually plays super nice. Now, I will be playing this on emulator to show you guys. Just note, it plays super well on your phone, so if you want a game that you can actually play on your phone, this one is really suited for it with the controls that it has. But the first thing I want to jump into with this one is going to be combat, because I feel like combat is where the real magic is in this game. Now, we're just going to go to some general missions and go through that. Then we're going to take a look at all the aspects of the game, the characters. I've got some summons saved up that we're going to do as well. So we're going to go through all that stuff. Now, this is just a general resource type thing. But combat, I want to show you guys the basics because it's quite nice. I like combat that is simple controls, but then it modifies based on different aspects of what you do. Like, you got long presses. I'll show you guys. Let's just jump into this one. Now, the first thing that you need to know is your team composition. So normally you're going to have like a breaker, like this. Jan here is a breaker. So breaking the enemy's bars that puts them into a weakened state is fantastic to do. You're going to have a general DPS. Elizabeth here is a fantastic DPS, at least for me, because I have not summoned yet on this account. These are just the free characters. And then you're normally going to want to support. That's probably what I'm going to structure my teams as. Now, they also have solidarity skills. So you can see that Elizabeth, if teamed with Trickster or Breaker Knights, she gains crit damage plus 25%. Because Jan over here is a Breaker, we get that. So we've got all these bonuses. So when you're constructing your team, you also want to pay attention to what you're actually putting in it. But let's jump in and take a look at combat. Now, I'm over leveled for this stage, but I haven't unlocked the next difficulty because of my account level. So we're just going to show here, jump in and take some time to show you guys how the combat actually works. So I'm just going to be dodging this boss a little bit. So if we look over in the bottom right hand corner, you can see, let me just dodge away. You can see I got my basic attack here. I can click that, happy days. Now, the other thing we have here is our skill. So what I'm going to show you guys is the skill. And my skill, when I use it and go up in the air, it changes and lets me combo into a thrust down. So that's what that does. Now, your basic attack, you can also long press it. So if I go here, you'll see me do a dash, and that's how I can do that. Now, you've also got a block where you can perfect time, and then you get a counter attack in it. You can also dodge by using your directional and then pressing the block button. So let's just wait for him here. Oh, we'll just dodge out of that. So let's see if we get a good one to block. So here it comes. You can see the telegraph, and then we can go ahead and do it. Now, the other thing that we have, you can see, is my two other characters. Now, I can swap between characters if I want to, just like that. And now I can swap to this guy and start breaking. But if this purple bar is filled up, you can see we got two little notches for it. The first notch is there, and the second notch is there. If it's at one of those notches, it consumes that percentage. So it consumes half the full bar to do it, but it will leave my ally on the field. So when I swap out of him, he would actually stay on the field. And that's something that's very important to note, because when we use our ultimate, which charges over time, if all your allies are on the field at the same time, they all join into the ultimate. But all characters have a separate ult gauge, so if you have all characters ult ready and you swap through them, keep them all in the field, you can get 3 mega ults with your whole team, essentially. So now I'm just going to swap back to her because she's my favorite to play. Oh, jeez. That was my bad. So we're just going to do this. And you can block while you're comboing as well, which is pretty cool. Okay, the boss is in a charge attack, and you've got to deal enough damage to him in that time to make him stop it. So her cool combo is, I use the down thrust, and then when I do my hold attack, it reduces the cooldown on my skill so that I can get it back quicker. So I go thrust, thrust. We actually killed him. So each character has their own unique comboing or strategy system. So hers is her active skill, which does the uppercut and turns into a thrust down. If I then use the long press basic attack, each time I do that long press, it reduces the cooldown by 2 seconds. So you can do a rotation of skill up, skill down, long press, and then skill again. Now, you will lose your blue bar, which you require for doing it, but it's a really cool combo that you can do, and all characters have their own sort of unique way of playing them. So right here, you can see the other thing I like is you can skip the reward if you want, or you can claim the reward. I'm just going to go claim it. There we go. We got a little bit of gear. But that is the absolute basics of combat that I wanted to show you guys. Now, we'll go into some more fights later on, probably when I show you guys story mode, but that is the basics. Like I said, it's very simple, but it's really fun, and it's like, when it's just like on the pixel screen, I like being able to, you know, as an older person, see telegraphs, time my blocks without having to worry about three-dimensionals because, you know, I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. So that is the basics of combat. Now, the next thing that we have is, you know what? Let's jump into summons straight away. We're going to jump over into the summon pool because I've been saving my summons. Now, they have this beginner banner where you can you get 20 summons, and then you get to select which one you guarantee from those 20 summons. Now, this is actually the second account I played because I wanted to restart one to show you guys so I could show you this banner and stuff like that. Now, the first time I did take Fenchella because she's got a bow, and you can check them out here. And I always love bow characters, but because I chose her last time, I'm going to go with Dana because she is a good support, and I really like my breaker and damage dealing character, and so she has supportive skills with buffing. You can see she has this, if I go over here, there's somewhere, yeah, you can see here. Okay, so she has this Spirit Bomber. For 3 seconds, the target's fire damage increases and the target's attack increases proportional to Dana's attack. So really nice. We can get that combo, a bit of buffing happening. And then her ultimate, because I haven't seen too many characters with ultimates that heal, but you can see this one, deal damage and restore allied knight's HP. So nice to get a little heal out of that one. If we go to someone like, her for instance, if we go over here to skills, you can see, you know, we're just dealing damage. So having that extra little heal on an ultimate, not too bad. I haven't really needed healing too much at the moment because pro plays, but it's cool. Anyway, that's who I'm going for. So let's go select knight. And it was Dana was the one, I believe. Confirm. I hope that was right. Yes, there she is. All right, let's do our pulls. Now, here we go. Boom. Always love a beginner banner, and then we'll do some banners on the some pulls on the rate up. Wait, that gold, does that mean we got it early? Ooh, watch out. We got it super early. Nice. What? We got the double. Nice. That's good because we do have systems for the duping. Dude, we got a double in our first 10 pull. Are we serious? Triple? Okay. Got dupes of him. That's cool. Dude, that's not bad. Okay, and then it goes away. So this is the rate up banner. Got no idea about this character, Leticia, but let's just go ahead and do a temple. Dude, can we continue that luck? So we want it to get the gold flashes when it does this bit. So it wants to go gold here. And unfortunately, no gold. Okay, let's just skip that. So nothing there. And it is 2,000 gems to do a 10 pull. I'm just short. If we go back out, we can put another 10 pull into the standard banner here. So let's just go ahead and do this and see what happens. Maybe we can get some luck. Come on, do the gold splashes, please. Go gold, go gold. Damn, we used up all our luck. We did get ourselves a Kathy though. Okay. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, that's a look at the summons there. The reason I wanted to do that is because they got like these beginner mission type things where they're very simple, but I had to do this one, which was prayer, which is basically summon 20 times. So by doing that, I come back here and it gives you a nice chunk of rewards as you go. Now I can continue this. Very simple stuff, and you just get a good chunk of summons from it. But because we just got a couple more, let's go back over here. We're on 9. You know what, let's just pay the 200 and do one. I know it's on the standard banner. You want to save it for the rate up. But hey, I want to see if we can get anything else. Dude, that first 10 pull on the beginner banner was huge. No gold, no gold. Okay. Okay, another one for him. Oliver, nice. Okay. She looks supportive to me. All right, let's go back out. All right. Now let's take a look at the character page after we've done a little bit of summoning. So I'm going to go into the characters I've already built up. just to show you guys. So over here, you can see Elizabeth, we got the general leveling up. Now, leveling up, just go recommended, it boosts you up. Your level cap is determined by your account level. So leveling up your account, doing your daily missions, which gives you experience, is going to be a great way to level up your account and then allow you to level up your characters. We then have breakthroughs. So at level 20, we're going to break through, and that those different level breaks, you're going to get a breakthrough. Now, these are just generally farmable materials that you can farm. And as you can see, this account's the first time I got here, so it's giving me the breakthrough. Now I can go up to level 30. But once again, my account level is 22, so I am bound to level 22 at this stage. The relics are the same. Relics, think of these as like a weapon from other games. Same sort of purpose. You're going to get better ones along the way. I probably actually got new ones just then, but because this one's upgraded, I'm just going to leave it. You can see I got a bunch of new ones as well. But these are going to be like class specific as well. So if we go here, I'd have to break through and I don't have the materials. I'm not going to worry about it. But general thing, you can level these up. They are bound to the level of your account. Next, we have gear. Now, the thing I love about gear in this game is you can see this piece. Why did I upgrade the hat? Because it had crit rate. And I knew it had crit rate before I upgraded it. A lot of games hide the stat upgrades when you level up gear. This game has the system where it shows you the stat upgrades you will get before you actually get them. So you can get a piece of gear and you don't have to upgrade it to find out you're getting a crap stat. You just go, okay, that's not one I really want to invest into. I'll wait till I get a better one. This hat had crit rate, crit damage. Really nice. Gloves, you can see we got fire damage. Not great for her, but you know, it gives me more attack. I could get the crit damage, but I'm not going to upgrade them. So I'm just using these basic ones here because I'm going to wait for better gear. You can see these boots will give me crit damage. So I really like that about the gearing system in this game, that it's, you don't it's not as much just RNG. It's still RNG, but you get to save your resources on upgrading and not upgrading bad gear. I really do like that. This is our skill page. You can look through all your different skills as well. And then we've got the unlock. Now, we did just pull extra of Dana, so I can show you guys that here. So if we go to the unlock, you can see that we pulled the extra copy, which gave us the full 60 fragments here. Then we get the unlock. So the other one, which was Lisbeth, you get that for free through just playing through the campaign. So that's where I got her one. But over here, unlock, you can see you get some nice effects. Some are just like upgrading skills. Some are just giving stats. Whoops, let me go back over here. Some are giving stats, and then some actually give functionality behind the abilities, which is nice. So that's what those do essentially, and that's pretty much everything to do with the characters themselves. Now, but we've gone through combat, we've gone through summoning, we've gone through characters. So now I want to go through the general gameplay, which is like a story gameplay. Now, there is an archive where you can revisit old stories and cutscenes, which I'll show you guys a bit later on. But you can see in the top left here, I have a 2 quests. One is orange, one is green. Now, the green are like side quests, and your orange is like your main quest. Now, the great thing I love is if I want to go to this quest, I can just click it and it'll auto path me to the place on the map that I need to go to. Now, I have purposely stopped at this mission because the game has a lot of like little charm things, and this was a mission that has that little bit of charm that I like. And you can see we've got the world here. Now, sometimes you will find coins and stuff in the world. There's little puzzles and that sort of thing as well. But I wanted to show you guys this mission we're up to because they splash in these little missions that aren't just combat every time. They give you something different to play through, which I really like. So we're going to jump into this mission here. And I'll show you, because like a lot of it is, you know, combat, you go and defeat enemies, but then you get little gems like this one where you are the sniper. So now you get to play as the sniper. And you can see here, so now I get to play support role of sniping the enemies that are coming after my teammates. And I just found this so cool when I jumped into it on the other account the first time and really enjoyed it. It's nothing crazy. Like it's not game breaking. It's not the most important thing you need to do. It's just one of those things that adds a little bit of fun to the actual story playthrough. Feels like a genuine RPG more than like the traditional gotchas type system. So let's go here. Boom, boom. You can see his health dropping. Got to reload. Boom. Let me know what you guys think. I just love that sort of thing where it gives you something a little bit different. Like there was another one where you were running through a battlefield and you had to like dodge all like the meteors coming down. So it was like more of a platformer type thing. There is another one later on where it's like a puzzle where you got to like turn these stone statues around to have them all facing the right way, but you've got like an aura around you and it turns everything in that aura. So it's like a puzzle. And so it's like I said, it's not just puzzles for the sake of having puzzles. It's puzzles to break up the general story quest progression, which once again, I found it really cool the way they do that. Once again, we're going into the next bit of story. Now we have some combat. Now, it will tell you if you are a bit under-leveled or anything for it. You can see her level is fine. It says recommended level 23. These guys I haven't leveled up yet, so we got 18 and 18. And it'll tell you that their relic and gear is a bit underdeveloped and stuff like that. But we're not too stressed. You know what? Oh, wait, Dana is not leveled, so we're not going to throw her in at the moment. Let's just start the battle. And we'll do a little bit more combat. Hopefully this is a hard one so I can show you guys a bit more comboing of the teammates, swapping out while they stay in combat and stuff like that. So that's what I want to show you guys in this one. And once again, they have these little cutscenes. They go between the, like, dude, that chick's savage. Yeah, so they go through the pixel art cutscenes, and then they have some like anime style cutscenes as well throughout the game. So let's go ahead. There's a skip button, which I appreciate. Ooh. We got the wolfy wolf, I mean, the lion. Wolf, what am I talking about? All right, let's go. So this should be a decent fight that we get to show some stuff. So I get to show my skills here. Boom. Down. And there you go. I could block while I was in midair, which is cool. There we go. And now I get to do my dash. And then my ability's off cooldown again. And then I block again. Boom. And then I'm going to dodge out of the way of that. Dodge out of the way of that. Block, boom. And now I'm going to bring my breaker guy out. And because the thing, you'll see that she is still actually on the battlefield there because I brought my breaker guy out when that bar was full. So now he gets to do a good chunk of breaking. There we go, boom. Gonna use his skill. And so he breaks a lot better. But now I need to get some damage in here because he's doing a charge attack. And now we've got our pistols out. Boom, 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 boom. And we're actually going to swap back to her to keep everyone out. And she's actually pretty close to getting an ultimate. Let's go back here. Ooh, this is actually a nice fight. I do like this one. Got the block. Okay, now we're going to go up and down again. Okay, ult ready. You can see the other two join into the ult there. So the other two got to add in on the ult, which is really, really cool. So he's about to leave, and I'm going to swap back over to him because you can see the timer. Sorry, I can't talk calmly when I'm doing this because I get right into it. Okay, we got him broken. Nice. And then we're going to go pew, 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 pew. Do a bit of a drainer. And I'm going to swap back to her. Going to go up and down. Dodge that. Okay, and now my other character has his ult ready. So as soon as I'm able to keep her out, I'm going to swap and I'm going to use that ult. Okay, now I can do it. And I can go straight into ult. And because they're both on the field still, I get to use both those teammates in the ultimate again. And then we can go in for that. And now we're going to go for some breaking here. Now she's not out, so we're going to bring her back out again. And her ult's ready. So now we can do another ult. And that's what I mean. They've got independent ult gauges. But if you just keep rotating through your characters properly, you can keep them all on the field for the whole time. So let's go back here. Boom. Let me dodge. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring her back out into the main spot. Now we're going to do our double dash. Oh, we got a block. Oh, I messed that up. My bad. Dash attack. And we got him down. That was actually the most intense fight I've had in a little bit. So that was a really nice one to show you guys the way combat works with keeping those allies out and rotating through your ultimates. And it's just a matter of watching that gauge and then swapping it. And it has the timer on those characters and then swapping to your other characters when they're there. Now, there's going to be more advanced stuff, but that is the basic combat system that I really do love in that one. So now that we got that done, boom. Once again, go into some more cutscenes. We're going to skip that just for now. Speed this up a bit. And so, sorry for my commentary. When I'm playing an action game and I'm trying to concentrate, dude, I struggle to even speak. So that is the core systems of the game. That is combat, that is characters and upgrade progression, that is summons, and that is like the questing system. Once again, you can go do side quests. There's a bunch of stuff. You can click the map and go back to different areas if you want to. You can see anywhere the green dot has side quests available for me. And those are the main things. Now, if we go over here, you got other things, tasks, that's like your daily quests and stuff like that. Achievements, general achievements for doing different missions, and you get different rewards. We do have the alchemy lab. This is like AFK loot. If we go over here, I've collected it recently so we can collect. You can watch an ad to collect some more if you want to. So that is going to be for your different classes. If I go back over here and I jump into the restoration, fighter is one I've already upgraded a bit, but you can see we get different basically stat bonuses for our tree. So I'm going to go upgrade the attack a bit more because attack is nice. Then I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the crit rate because crit rate is also really nice. And I'm just like, because it's an attacker, I'm focusing more on the attacking stats. You can go through and do the same for all the different trees as well. And you get your different upgrades along there. But once again, the alchemy lab is just great for getting those over time. And that's pretty much it. The hero monuments, like the leaderboards and stuff like that. Gear workshop, that's just to do with gear. Night storage is like your inventory. And then we have the library of memory. So I want to go ahead and show you guys this one over here because it's got one really nice feature that I like, which is if we go over here to the story. So if you just want to play through a game and grind it, which I always do. And then if I decide I want to go back to the story, I like it when games have this sort of thing where you can see it's got all the different chapters and the stories, but it also has the videos over here. So these are any anime style cutscenes that they have in the game, and you can come back and you can watch them here. So if you want to catch up on any of the story that missed, any of the cutscenes, you can always come back here and you can check them out. So once again, I really like it when games put this little touch in because as someone, when I play a game, I just want to grind through the game as fast as possible and I don't want to get caught up in story. But the fact that I can come back and catch up with all the story if I decide to is fantastic to have in the game. So that is there, which I really do like. And then as I showed you guys before briefly, if we want to go over to combat, we've got our general, farms and stuff like that, which do cost stamina. But as you saw earlier, we do get sweep tickets as well. So when I was doing the gear drops, if I wanted to sweep this, you can see I've got one sweep ticket left because I burnt the ball to really quickly level this account. But I can go ahead and sweep and just go ahead and get those rewards. So really nice to have that. Once again, the gear, if we jump over, we'd have to go into our character. And we can always check those stats before we even bother rolling the gear. Now, I'm pretty sure it was a light one, was it? Let me have a look at the gear chest. Obviously, I've already got another. Yeah, so that was our new piece. You can see this one would roll defense and crit damage. Once again, I love this system of gearing. I think it is great. I think more games should have this because it's just, it just felt good. When I got in here and I just see the gear and I'm like, those are the stats this piece has. I don't have to go exploring to find out if I'm going to get those stats. I think it was really nice. But yeah, that is going to be it. That is everything that I wanted to show you guys inside the game. Once again, a massive shout out goes to Goddess Oter for sponsoring this video. And like I said, if you're looking for a little nice pixel art game, because pixel art is getting so well done, and the way they do a bunch of the cutscenes and the overworld in this game is absolutely fantastic. Plus, like I said, the combat, it's simplistic, really feels like it's built for phone because it is really nice on phone. On emulator, I kind of struggle a bit. It's actually easier on phone. It's a really nice game to go ahead and pick up for that. But anyway, guys, once again, massive shout out to Goddess Oter for sponsoring this video. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.